They gotta get it cut out. They be out, man, damn heathen ass. So that's what it is, man. The woman you was put here, man, for the man.
Yeah, and not no fucking, and not to be celebrating no fucking Valentines. We're gonna get into that too. Even though it's past, we still gonna get into it. You know, cause that Valentine stuff that ain't nowhere in the scriptures. But the women, have you celebrate that madness. Basically, the worship of Servant's and Tammuz. You see, which go back to Babylon. Them Ethiopians, which are Cushites, because the Babylonians was Cushites. But this just to edify. That those like you know, when you read in Genesis, they talk about the trees that Adam hid amongst the trees and things of that nature. When you read the book of Genesis, to prove that that it was people back there, you read Ezekiel 31:8. It said the cedars in the garden of the Most High could not hide him. The fair tree was not like his brother, meaning his root, and the chestnut tree was not like his branches, nor any tree in the garden of the Most High was like unto him in his beauty. I have made him fair, and by the multitude. You see that multitude of his branches, so that all the trees of Eden that were in the garden of the Most High envied him. So if those they were actually trees, how would they be able to envy Adam? Because in Genesis it's parabolic talk, you see? And when he hid amongst the trees, he was hiding amongst the other nations that was there. He was basically trying to blend in, but the Most High knew who Adam was because he was set apart from them. He was different from them. He was the chosen line. He was the chosen people. You see? And even though right now today, you got Israelites, which all these, even though we at the bottom as a nation of people, Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, these other nations still envy us. They still want to be us, even though we at the bottom. So how much more when we raised up in our power? So they envied the Adamites back then. So that's how you know it was other people back then.
So Mark 8:24 said, I see men as trees walking.
Yep. We're going to get that. Read that. Mark 8. Let's get that.
Mark 8.
Yeah, Mark 8:20. Yeah.
8:24.
This when Yahweh Shai healed the blind man, it says, this is Mark 8:24. And he looked up and said, I see men as trees walking. So that's more edification, man. So it was people back then. But like I said, somebody that's unlearned and they don't really understand the scriptures, and they don't know what's going on, they would say it wasn't no people back there. That's why you have to get deep into these scriptures and understand it. Lord willing, he put the spirit on you to understand them and get into their history and know, because the Bible is history. Anytime you prophesied the vision that was foretold before time. So that's history. What you think biblical mean? Meaning Bible history. You see? So you prophesied, like I said, when you speak anytime out this Bible, You're prophesied anytime you come out this Bible. No matter what you're doing, anytime you come out of it, you're prophesied. Okay?
Like Eve back then, what did she do? She believed in other philosophies, man. She took on the other philosophies of the other nations. And that's what destroyed her.
Yep.
And all through periods of time, as Israel goes on, even in Egypt, what did we do? Worship the golden calf. We worship in other philosophies. We did it all the way. We did it in the time of David. We did it in the time of Solomon. We did it in the time of the Maccabees with Antiochus. We did it. We doing it right now. And right now we doing it. You got our people, 2/3, man. They into all these damn Esau them holidays, man. They into New Year's. Like we just had Valentines pass. They into Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, St. Patrick's Day, Labor Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day. They into that shit. They doing it right now to this day, man. The Lord said in Amos 5:21, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Right? So the Lord hate Esau, them feast days, man. But you people continue to want to fucking do Valentines, all this damn, but you don't want to do the Passover.
Nope.
You don't want to do the Feast of Weeks, Feast of Tabernacles.
Nope.
Purim.
Nope. Hanukkah.
Shit, Hanukkah, shit, we give presents to each other.
Yeah.
So damn.
For the rebuilding of the temple. You see, during the time of the Maccabees.
Feast of Lights.
Man, they don't. What is that? That's what the Jews celebrate.
So you want to continue?
So you think them rats over there are the Jews? See, that's them philosophies that y'all been caught up with, and that's the wiles of the devil that bamboozled y'all, tricked y'all to not know who y'all are. And then, like I said, they'll watch video and say, man, they look angry. Why they talking like that? Man, you don't understand history. You don't know the things that this so-called white man have done, which is Esau, the devil, according to the Bible, to our people, because you got amnesia. You done forgot about it. Your thoughts are vain, man. You trying to join hand in hand with Esau. But guess what? This edified right here in Romans, what's this? Romans 16:9. For your obedience is come abroad unto all men. I am glad therefore on your behalf, but yet I would have you be wise unto that which is good. What's wise unto that which is good? The word, statutes, laws, and commandments, and simple concerning evil. You people don't got no understanding of the oracles of the Most High. You are simple when it comes to evil. You'll do that shit. And that's why when Valentines come around, the nigga woman bamboozle you to participate in that madness, to show her the measurement of how much you love her by the things you get her on that day. Exalting the woman, man.
Don't get her shit, what she gonna say? You could have got a car. It's the thought that count. Man, look, and then this is a few little notes I wrote down on Valentine's. Some history on it. I'll be brief. This is Valentine's. They're honoring the god Fantus, which means fertility. The origin comes from the Roman festival of Lupercalia, celebrated the coming of spring, right? In fertility. Rights of the pairing of a woman with a man by lottery. And you know what lottery is? That's gambling.
And then that Lupercalis, back then, they were celebrating it and dedicating it to that wolf who had...
I'm going to read it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It says, February the 15th, Romans celebrated Lupercalia honoring Fanus. Men would go to the grotto dedicated to Lupercal. Grotto is a cave. The wolf god, they would Lupercal is the wolf god. They would sacrifice a goat wearing its skin and run around hitting women with small whips as an act which was to ensure fertility. The Roman Catholics changed the name to St. Valentine's Day. This was the Roman Catholics' priest's signature that they wrote on their letters. Love St. Valentine's. And it goes back to Venus, which is the mother of Cupid, which she lusts for her own son. Venus being the goddess of sexual immortality, which the brother already said, that's Semiramis and Tammuz, because you know the story of Semiramis and Tammuz.
And then the history on Cupid. When you read about the history on Cupid, he what is it? Well, you going into it?
It just actually
Psyche. You mentioned.
Yeah, that we read that. I didn't write that down.
Oh,
Psyche was his like wife or girlfriend.
Yeah, it's a Greek myth. Yeah. Psyche was Cupid's girlfriend, so-called girlfriend, and he didn't even. Now this is a Greek myth. Now,
he didn't want her to see.
He didn't want her to see his face. Period. And when she seen, he didn't want her to see his face. So the only time he dealt with her was at night. But one day she had lit a candle and snuck up on him and seen his face, and he was pissed off. You see? And then that's another thing for Psyche, because that's another way the nigga woman. That's how you know it's all worshiping the queen of heaven, because that Psyche, that's playing with your mind. That's how the nigga woman plays games with you. She play with your mind. Reverse psychology. And then she'll hit you with, look, you gotta give me this, you gotta give me this, and to show how much you love me. Whatever you get me, that showed me the measurement of your love. So that's the game that these nigga women play, man.
You know what else?
And pursuing the Ecclesiastes 7:26, man. You know?
I do that thing for you, like, you know what you like me to do.
Yep. Just to worship what you're not supposed to worship and participate in what you're not supposed to participate in, because if you do that, you're going against the Most High. And that's what the nigga woman wants you to do, because she got Satan in her.
So that goes, and that goes Semiramis and Tammuz, and that all goes into the Greek myth of the god Eros, R-E-R-O-S, Eros, which is the god of lust, man. So when you participating in all that Valentine's, man, you lusted for that woman, because it just said they would always meet up once a year at the grotto and chase the men and women. They would chase them around with whips to what? Ensure what? Fertility. So you lusting after that woman. And that tradition has been carried on. That's all it is, man. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you into that game and you want to get a chick, if she looking sad, all you gotta do is go get her some candy and a Valentine's, and that'd be your woman for the rest of the year. Back when we was in the world doing that, that's all you did. You see a woman looking sad, get her a Valentine's candy, and man, she gonna be yours. She gonna give you a phone number. You gonna be talking to her. That's your woman for the spring, and that's what what it said. They bringing in what? Bringing in the spring.
And then a lot of women around that time, during Valentine, they try to be your friend so they can get something out of it.
Good. You running after her February the 14th. Come November the 14th, she gonna be running after you, because she gonna be 9 months. You gonna be running for that. So it's all about lust, man. And you know what? When you lust, you sinning. You know, hey man, and that ain't no good thing, man.
And when you sinning, you going against the Most High, you breaking His commandment. Therefore, He against you.
1 Corinthians 10:6. Now these things were our example, to the intent we shall not lust after evil things, as they also lust. Neither be ye idolatry, as were were some of them, as it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's going into how they were worshiping when they came out of Egypt, what they was worshiping and things of that, and basically partying and playing and not doing what the Most High told them to do. So he sent Yahweh Shai to destroy their ass. Same way he gonna do you people that's in the Valentine. But like I said, excuse me for my French. Yeah.
Actually, it's old
But
English.
that's an example. That whole chapter is an example of what you should do during the time of them festivals, man. During this time of them so-called holidays, man. Because, like I said, man, when you link them precepts up, it tells you, verse by verse, explaining what them verses is talking about. When you understand precepts. If you don't understand precepts, then I don't know what's wrong with you. That's why the scriptures say precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. When you able to link up them precepts, you able to break down the whole chapter. You can do that. And then they say line upon line, basically it means you breaking down the chapter and you making it straight. So when you break it down, people can understand it. That's what that means, line upon line, here a little, there a little, precept upon precept. You making a straight line because the Bible is a puzzle, so the people can understand it when you break it down. So when you got precepts, you can do that through the whole chapter. Read.
James 1:14. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when the lust have conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
Right.
So, hey, man, you out there celebrating all them holidays. Hey, man, just remember the Most High say you hate it. And that's you playing with death when you do that, man. Just stick to the holidays of Most High, man. He gave you, he says 3 of them that you come forth to him. That's main ones. It's really, we got about 5 or 6.
What is it, Deuteronomy 16 and 16?
16 and 16. I mean, man, come on, man. Look at that cherry right there. See how the cherry hide behind the sun? See how the cherry hide behind the sun? Just like that. But that's how we know they're watching over us, man. But yeah, man, it's gonna be death unto you, man. So, hey, man.
That was it on that, what you had wrote down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and another thing, during the history of St. Valentine, he, during the time of the Roman army, what he used to do is marry people. He was a so-called a priest, marrying people, and during the time of war. And when you get married, you're thinking about your woman back home instead of focusing on the war. So it was a man named St. Valentine who was doing that during the time of the Middle Ages. I want to say it's in the Middle Ages, if I ain't mistaken. But he was doing that, and they put him in jail for doing that. And what they did when they put him in jail, he fell in love with the jailer daughter, and he signed his signature on it on a piece of paper, on the letter, and gave it to the woman. So that's where they get that Valentine stuff from, passing out cards and stuff. Mm-hmm. All right.
This is John, 1 John 2 and 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. Mm-hmm. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Now that word "world" there is cosmos. So it's telling you the structure of this world, the way it's set up. Love not the way this world is set up. You know? Alright.
For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world.
Right.
And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever.
How you doing, brothers? Right.
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
All right. I just stopped. I seen you all out here in the corner
Yeah.
distinguishing, so I just stopped. I'm on my way to AA meeting.
Amen.
And I've been depressed all day, so I'm just trying to get out my element.
Been depressed.
Yeah, man, sometimes, well, I suffer from depression.
We got a scripture.
Huh?
Got a scripture for that.
Hey, what they gonna do about the post office? They gonna cut off?
Saturdays.
They gonna cut off Saturdays?
Saturday, July the, I think it said the 5th.
That mean what are they gonna cut jobs too?
What they've been doing, people been retiring and they not hiring nobody. So
Yeah.
in a way they are cutting jobs, but the work still, the letters and everything has decreased.
Right.
Because the internet, and email, UPS.
Right.
So the volume has decreased.
Right.
So they figured, as people retire, they're not hiring nobody. They're still doing the casual and the part-time. Those people come and go.
Right.
So and that's what they're trying to do. Trying to make it like that.
Yeah, but that's part of austerity measures coming, in America, because they basically trimming the fat, man, cutting back on these jobs, and people are losing their job left and right. But that's part of them austerity measures,
I know.
cutting back on the job so they can save money. So to
Save
speak.
money so the rich keep getting richer and the poor get poorer.
That's right.
That's what's really happening.
Can I read it to you in the Bible? What you talking about?
Okay.
This is Ecclesiastes 12:3-4.
Right.
In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble,
Yeah.
and the strong men shall bow themselves.
All right. Now the keepers of the house are the bankers, the CEOs, the people who own them places,
Yeah.
because they see the economy is bad, and they see that they're not making money like they used to, so they trembling. They getting scared, so they like, look, we got to cut the lower man so we can save our establishment. Okay, keep going.
In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow down themselves.
Yep, that's what's happening. They trembling, they bow down themselves. They like, man, things ain't working out like it used to. Okay?
And the grinders cease, because there are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened.
Yeah, meaning the grinding, meaning the work in the ancient time. They called it grinding, just like they said, I gotta grind today, I gotta get this money. I gotta go grind, I gotta get on my grind. Same way, but that's talking about jobs.
Right.
And the people that's looking out the window saying, man, all these jobs are being lost, ain't no future.
Ain't no